One small step can change the world forever. Step into the new Photon Tunneland G7. Redefine the impossible. Set new standards and let the rush transform you. Photon Tunneland G7, the buggy for you.
Last time, it was war. Two warriors left everything on the mats, but one question still remains. Who is the true king of the welterweight division? On 6 September, Chris Steenkamp and Reece Merwe stepped back into the Submission Kings arena for the welterweight title in a rematch for the ages. One rivalry, one title, one day to settle it all. Submission Kings, September 6th. Witness history.
Back at it.
You know what makes me happy? Why are you not backing us?
Backing you. Got married, you know the story. No, just after had a bit of a busy end of the year to last year. Obviously did Euros, came out on top there, was really good. And then had Aiden. I thought I performed really well, but it was just a bit brutal on my body. Like between the Euros camp and that camp, like I had big oaks, you know, like I was working with Johan Fullion, Connor, Ali, you know, I had a lot of big oaks rolling with me, and my body just took a bit of a hammering through that camp. And then obviously with the fight as well, the fight was very physical. You know, so my body took a bit of a hammering, and I just wanted to like repair, give my body a bit of a break. It was really nice though, like been working on a few things in the gym, you know, just becoming a student again, which is really nice, coaching, doing some other stuff, playing around in the gi and that sort of thing. So yeah, I think it's the right time to come back, you know.
So obviously a lot of like big stuff going on, business, gym, getting married, that kind of stuff. How are you like balancing everything now to still be able to try to be competitive?
You just find time in your day, you know. So like still getting in 2 days in the morning, going to work, shifting my work day around mainly. That's the biggest thing for me. And then here at night, you know, with the guys. Obviously I've got Dill to lean on and Nick. Ali's starting to step up as well. So we've got guys in the gym that if I'm not available or if I need to work on something specific, they've got my back in that regard. So yeah, we find a will, we find a way, you know. So.
Do you think you're still, with all of the balancing, putting in the right kind of work from the performances we come to expect?
Yep, I do. Still waking up at 4:30, you know, so 4:30 is 4:30 in the morning. Assault bike's assault bike, rounds are rounds, and what you put in is what you get out. And you saw today, like it's hard rounds, you know, and it's non-stop. And I've got, believe, best legs in the country with me. So, you know, I think I never come underprepared. I know what lies ahead. Reece is obviously super good, and he's on a bit of a tear at the moment. He's competing really well. We've obviously had our match, and it's crazy we've only competed the one time, but you know, I know what Reece brings to the table, so I know what I've got to do to be ready for that as well. So yeah.
How does it feel to have another title?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I was happy to get the win. Haven't had the gi on for a long time, so mainly been rolling no gi, and then yeah, obviously got invited to the comp, so started rolling a bit more gi, and I enjoyed it a lot. Some people favor no gi a lot more to gi, some people favor gi a lot more to no gi, but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was nice to have the gi on, and then obviously happy to be the welterweight champ. So yeah, became the lightweight champ and now the welterweight champ, so very happy.
You've recently had a kid and seemingly been on a massive winning streak competitively. Are the two connected, or what would you say is inspiring this win streak?
I don't know if they connected. Actually, it took my first initial comp of my streak didn't go as well as I wanted it to, and it was after like a 3.5-4 month break. Because we had the kid, my wife's parents, my in-laws own a farm up in Tsitsikamma, and we went and spent like 3-4 months over there. I got like hardly any training in. And then there was like a string of comps coming up. So I came back about a month before, and I was just like, after a long break, I was just motivated to get training again. And yeah, so I just started training hard and putting things together, and it started working. I must say it does motivate you a little bit. I would say, I want to, work hard and achieve things. So it does, I would say there's a little bit of motivation. And also the guy weighs like 10 kilos, or he's like 9 kilos. So it's like carrying like a little dumbbell around the whole time. I don't know, maybe everyone talks about dad strength, so I'm trying to get my dad strength. Yeah.
And then ever since moving to Cape Town, how was the entire experience and what have you been up to?
It's been different. Cape Town's amazing. I miss my team back in the Eastern Cape with Chris Bright and the guys. So, I've been with Chris it's since I was about 14, I think. So it's been about 15 years with Chris, and it's kind of had him watching me train the whole time and telling me this and telling me that. And that's cool. You can let him, you can go. And then now we're being here in Cape Town. It's kind of like I'm doing my own training, and I need to study myself. I've been getting a lot of rounds at PFA with Mikey and Davi. They've been really great and inviting at their gym, and they hold like some open mats, so I've been getting a lot of rounds there. I visit Kurt from Renzo Gracie often as well. There's such good guys. There's a lot of good guys here in and around Cape Town, so it's really nice to go and train with them and get roles. So it's been different in the fact that I don't have a coach watching me the whole time, and I'm kind of got to be making sure I stick to my training. I'm doing my studying, and make sure I continue learning, correcting myself. So it's been different in that sense. It's been a good learning curve, So yeah, been enjoying it.
How did you feel your performance went? There was a lot of like back and forth, and it was tough. It was what we expected.
Yeah.
Just give us your thoughts on the first match.
Previous match was super tight. It was obviously very difficult to gauge what we wanted out of it because we had never competed before, which is like crazy. I I thought I competed really well, but I thought I made quite a few mistakes as well, like during the match. I also feel like, and I'm sure Reece feels the same, he's grown since that match. I've grown a lot since that match. I've had a lot of success since then, so has he. I feel like my rolling is a lot better than it was then. I feel like I'm a lot more well-rounded. After every match, just take away what I can, the positives and what I need to do better. I sit with the guys, I sit with Dor, I sit with Nick, and we go over it. From that match, obviously we need to make adjustments going into this one. We know what Reece brings, but he also knows what I bring now, having competed against each other. So, it was difficult to gauge. I think we both performed really well, and I think it was like a couple of seconds on the back. It could have gone either way. I just happened to come out on top that day. But I think that's one of the best matches we've seen on the SubKings stage. Whether it's been a normal comp or the WTA rounds. I think that was one of, if not the best match that we've seen, head to head. So I think you guys can expect more of the same coming 2 weeks.
You've obviously got to watch Reece perform a lot more lately. J-Bay, obviously at SubKings, he won the Welterweight Title against one of the really, really bigger names in the country at the moment. What did you make of his performances, and do you feel like you're getting more reads on his current style?
So we'll start with the performance. Obviously, it's a round robin, so it's, you have different matchups in the round robin, but you can only beat who's in front of you, right? And he did that on the day, and that's what it's about. And kudos to him on that. Obviously, to beat someone like Davi, especially he's really hard to submit. I think it was a big statement from him. But I don't shy away from anybody. I'll take anybody on. Doesn't really bother me. Reads on his style. I think Reece has obviously evolved his game. I think, from the first time we saw him in the 77 bracket where he fought Jordan in the final to what we're seeing now, obviously he's corrected a lot of what he needed to. We know what we have to do here. I've spoken with Dol extensively. Him and I have chatted about it. Same with Nick. So we understand what's coming, and we understand what to do and what not to do. And then on the day, it's just 10 minutes of give it your all, and then we'll see who comes out on top, really.
Are you expecting to see a lot of the stuff you saw in the first match, or you think you're two completely different athletes at the moment?
I think the intensity and the pace will be the same, but I think we're two different athletes now. He's, like I said in the beginning, I've evolved, he's evolved. He's been working on his game. He's been rolling with Davi and them a lot in Cape Town. Obviously, we've been doing a lot here. We've had top-level guys in the gym. We've had Taylor and Owen come over last year. They really helped us with our game. They fixed a lot of holes where we needed to fix. So I think you'll see the same intensity, the same pace, the same sort of matchup in terms of that sense, but I think it's going to be a lot more technical, to be honest with you.
Currently 2 belts up there, opportunity to add in another fresh belt for you there. Is that still a big driving motivation factor for you, or is it still just I want to go out there and give a good performance?
I think first and foremost is to compete. Like I said, it's been a while. We obviously got Euros coming up as well that we're prepping for. So this is a get going kind of thing. Obviously, it's an intense one. And obviously we all want to win. But I just want to go out there and give the best performance and lead the gym the best I can. I think they'll said it as well. There's never any pressure on us. Obviously, we've got 2 belts already for a small gym in Joburg. That's been open for 3 years. I think we've achieved 2 SubKings titles, an EFC title, a bronze medal at Euros, a gold medal at Euros. We've done a silver medal at AJP Worlds. I think for a small gym, we do pretty well, and I think that just comes from the front, and that's specifically testament to what Dor gives here, what I give and the other senior guys give, and I think that's just really what it's about at the end of the day. Like I said, obviously we're coming to win, but whichever way it goes, it doesn't really play a factor in my mind, to be honest. I just want to give the best performance I can.
question. Next up at SubKings is a rematch with Chris Steenkamp and a shot to another title. How are you feeling about this one?
I'm excited. Chris is a super tough guy. We had a really tough fight the first time. He won by overtime. He won in overtime the last time, but we had it was a very back and forth match. And he's tough, he's thick, he's strong. So it's an exciting match. He's definitely one of the top guys in the country, and I'm always looking at competing against the best. So yeah, excited to get another match with him. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun, and obviously getting another belt is a win, and looking forward to it.
Amazing. And then what would you say is different about you this time around against Chris?
I think I haven't stopped training. I've continued training. I've had a lot of comps. I think being by myself, a little bit by myself, I've learned to study a bit extra, make sure I'm continually learning. I don't know. It's like almost when you move away from home and you're living in the city. You're away from your family. It's like a different scenario. You grow in that sense, and I'd say it's been a bit of a growth thing, in a good way. So yeah, I've got a little lighty. Also loving the sport. I'm training a lot, and I wouldn't say nothing much has changed. Maybe just fixing a few of the mistakes I made last time and capitalizing on things a bit better. So hopefully I can do that.
And then, did you learn things about Chris in the first match that will make you change certain things in your preparation now?
I'd say one or two. Yeah. There are a couple of things I would definitely watch, or remember from there. But Chris he's gone overseas. He won Euros. I think it was last year. He's been winning. He's been on a good streak, and he's grown as a grappler himself. So, I can't. If I'm just going to go look back at that fight, I'm gonna be making a mistake. So, I think it's important that I just focus on what I do, what I'm good at, things I want to focus on, and just get really good at that. And it shouldn't matter who it is. That if I want to do an armbar or do a leg lock or get someone's back, that I should finish it. No matter who the person is. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Obviously, it's much easier said than done, but that's the mindset I'm taking.
And then, how do you view this match going down?
I think it's going to be a scrap. I think it's definitely going to be a scrap. It's hard to say. He's very tough. I've got one or two things I want to do, one or two things planned. Obviously, you can't give away too much, but I think it's going to be a high pace. I think there's going to be some good jiu-jitsu. And last time we got fight of the night, so I think we hopefully going to put on one of those again, and then hopefully we can get a finish. That's the plan.
And then, what would you say people can expect from you in this rematch?
High pace, constantly looking for a finish. High level jiu-jitsu, obviously trying to make it, not just the scrap and wild, but also good technique, good movements, being tight, being efficient. Just high-level jiu-jitsu, trying to grow the level of jiu-jitsu in South Africa, and just putting on a good high-level match.
Two men, one belt, no excuses. They've clashed before. Blood, sweat, pride. But the story isn't finished, not yet. For Chris Steenkamp, it's about proving he's the rightful king of the welterweights. For Reece Vander Merwe, it's about redemption, about silencing every doubt. This is more than a rematch, it's legacy, it's redemption. It's the battle for the Submission Kings welterweight crown. Submission Kings, September 6th. Witness the rematch that will define an era.